Prince Charles will find it more difficult to follow the Queen's age-old mantra when he ascends the throne, a royal biographer has told Express.co.uk. It has been announced the Queen's son and his wife, Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, will attend the Royal Cornwall Show next month. The Prince of Wales has been the royal patron of the Royal Cornwall Agricultural Association, the charity that organises the show, for 2 decades, having succeeded him. He has not been to the show since 2018, and the show secretary, Chris Riddle, has said the royal couple's attendance will be a real highlight of the event. The show will take place on June 10, a week after Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebration. Charles and Camilla are expected to play central roles in the festivities, with the pair holding down the fort in London while other senior royals visit Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. In recent months, the Prince of Wales has taken on more of his mother's responsibilities, with perhaps the most notable being the carrying out the state opening of. His increasingly visible presence has given the public a glimpse into what Charles' kingship may. While the Queen has mastered the art of neutrality, Charles has been known to voice his own opinions in the past. And the monarch's age-old mantra of never complain, never explain may be something the prince finds difficult to contend as king, according to one royal. Howard Hodgson, author of Charles, the Man Who Will Be King, has claimed Charles will find it very hard to maintain the same neutrality as his mother and keep his mouth shut. He told Express.co.uk, "He's a very much more opinionated person than Her Majesty, as we've all seen in his tenure as the Prince of Wales. At times, he's been very controversial. Will he be controversial as Prince Regent or King? I think he knows that once he becomes king, he cannot engage in much he has to actually have no opinion and just show up for public duty." Mr. Hodgson continued, "But it will be very hard for him, much harder for him than the Queen, because he has these passions. He is a very passionate man and he believes in things very violently. So it will be more difficult for him to keep his mouth shut, but I think he will step up to the plate and be a good king." Speculation about whether the Queen will make Charles her regent has been rife since he stood in at the state opening earlier this month. The triggering of the Regency Act 1937 would see Her Majesty appointing her eldest son as Prince Regent, meaning Charles would carry out all of her official royal duties. Some royal experts have claimed the Queen could appoint Charles as regent in the coming year. Robert Hardiman, author of Queen of Our Times, a definitive biography of Elizabeth produced with the help of Buckingham Palace, told the Daily Beast the resolution to her absence is from the use of the Regency. Duncan Larcombe, former royal editor at The Sun, said he suspects Charles will actually be officially installed in some kind of regency capacity with it. Similarly, Clive Irving, author of The Last Queen, said he suspects the Regency Act will be put in place once the Jubilee is. While appointing Charles as regent would not mean the Queen is abdicating, Mr. Irving has claimed the use of the Regency Act is the first step towards abdication. However, Robert Lacey, royal expert and author, has claimed the Regency Act will not be invoked in this case as the Queen is. He told People magazine this month, "Regency involves a surrender of constitutional authority, which is very much not happening in the." He added, "The sense I get from everyone I speak to is that the Queen remains totally in control of her faculties and of everything at the palace. The problem is physical mobility, and that is not a constitutional or Regency issue. She is in charge." Her Majesty has made multiple surprise appearances since her absence at the state. She attended the Royal Windsor Horse Show, the opening of the long-awaited Elizabeth Line and the RHS Chelsea Flower. The monarch's appearances during the Jubilee are expected to be limited, with confirmation of her attendance being made on the day.